Welcome to our class, students. Today we will discuss from civics. First chapter we started, and the chapter was unity in diversity, and we have discussed up to globalization, and today we will come to know how our India also has globalized with the other countries. So here two case studies are there. One is Kerala, a case study, and another is Ladakh, a case study. So let us discuss, or let us come to know about Kerala. So Kerala is a narrow strip of land. So narrow strip, that means it is a strip of land, you can say. So narrow strip of land, so it is like that. It is like a strip, you know. This is like a strip, and Kerala is same. It is like a strip, and it is a strip of land. And we find both the sides water, only water is there. And between that it is a narrow strip of land, and we find Arabian Sea and the Western Ghats in the southwest corner of India. So Kerala is located in the southwest corner, southwest of Indian map if you see. So it is located in southwest corner of India, and it is full of coconut trees. Very often we see in TV also, sometimes in films in south we see that only coconut trees are there. That means coconut trees are available there, and beautiful beaches are also there. So Kerala has the highest rate of literacy. That means the literate people are more there compared to other states. In India, the highest rate of literacy is in Kerala. Then the women in Kerala, they have a high position in the society because they are literate. So people of many religions are also there, and they live together. Though there are many religions, but they live together. So in a harmony, you can say, in a harmony they are living. Then hills and valleys are also there. Kerala has high mountains. So in Kerala we find high mountains are also there, which have deep valleys. Valleys, that means we know that the plain part of the mountains, where the mountain finishes, suppose the mountain finishes here, another mountain started, so here the gap we find it is the valley. So deep valleys and are covered with forest, and these mountains are covered with forest. That means many trees and plants are there. Cash crops like tea, coffee, cardamom are grown on the mountain slopes. That means these are the slopes of the mountain, and here cardamom, then coffee and tea, these are grown, and these are called cash crops. And plantations are also there. That means various types of plants also we find in these mountain areas. Then midland plains. So midland plains, in this region the hills are not very steep. Steep means khada. So it is not that much steep. The slope is not that much steep. The valleys are wide. That means these valleys are wide. It is wide and are dotted with paddy fields. So here we find the paddy fields are there. Okay. The higher lands and high slopes have plantations of rubber. So here we find the rubber trees. Okay, so rubber trees are there in this midland plains. Then fruit trees are also there. Okay, and pepper is also grown there in the midland plains. Now the coastal belt. What is coastal belt? This belt is comparatively plain. So it is comparatively plain area. Large rice or paddy fields and groves of coconut trees are found. So here we find rice paddy field, and with that coconut trees are also available. Then backwaters. So this backwater is a peculiar feature of Kerala state, you can say. This is very important to know. So what are backwaters? The backwaters, these are, as I told you, that it is a peculiar feature of Kerala state. Here only we find these backwaters. And they are a network of canals. That means many canals are there and connected with each other. So these are network of canals. And lakes are also connected and are fed by as many as 38 rivers. So 38 rivers are also there. So all these are connected. So these are called the backwaters. And the chief mode of transport, as the water is more there, so the chief mode of transport is by boat only. So they use mainly for transportation, they use boat. Then rivers. There are 44 rivers in Kerala state, and which begin from the Western Ghats. From the Western Ghats it begins, and they are now being harnessed for power generation and irrigation. And these rivers are now mainly used for generating electricity. That I think most of you know that from water, from the running water, that electricity is produced. So these rivers are mainly used for generating electricity. The backwaters and the inland waterways have helped in the growth of the coir industry. So coir industry, that means the husk of the coconut, that means the outer part of the coconut, it is called the husk. And from that husk they make this coir. And this is the oldest traditional cottage industry, you can say. So they are, from the very beginning, they are doing this work, that means making the coir. And coir is made out of coconut husk. So this, what is coir? That means the outer part of the coconut, and with that outer part the coir is made. So the rope also made from this coir. Rope is also there, coconut husks rope. So this husk is used for many purposes. Then fishing, as water is more there, then fishing is a flourishing industry. That means the rising industry, you can say. You can say it is the rising industry in several parts of the state. So many parts of the state we see this fishing is flourishing. That means it is increasing. Kerala is famous for rosewood and sandalwood. So sandalwood and rosewood carving and making many things which we also use, we also purchase. So it is famous for this. Then brass and bell metal lamps and gold jewelry, these things it is made there. That is why this backwaters and inland waters help them. Kathakali. we have discussed earlier about Kathakali dance. So it is a dance drama. That means it is a drama also with dance. And Mohiniyattam, it is a classical dance form of Kerala. That means we find here Kathakali and Mohiniyattam. These are the two dances we find in Kerala. Then Kalaripayattu is a famous martial art form of this state. So martial art form is also there. This, if you visit, you can see. Then Onam, I think most of you have heard about the Onam festival. It is very famous in Kerala. So Onam is the main festival of Kerala state. And the snake boat racing on this day, the snake boat racing, that means like a snake only, the boat is made very nicely decorated and boat racing is there. So it is called snake boat racing. It is very famous in Kerala. And some tourists, that means other states, from the other states also people come to see this race. So the Sabarimala Ayappa temple, it is a temple, Sabarimala Ayappa, and the Bhagavati temple in Kerala, it is at Attukal. The place name is Attukal, our famous pilgrim centers in Kerala. So it is the pilgrim center. The variety of life in Kerala can be seen in the religious and secular festivals which form an integral part of its cultural heritage. So though we find here many cultures, many religions, then also they live together, unitedly they live. So that we find here in this case study. And next, let us come to know about Ladakh. Ladakh, a case study. So Ladakh, it is a union territory. Union territory, I think you know, union territory that is governed by the central government directly. Okay, it consists of two districts. So there we find two districts are there. One is Leh and one is Kargil. So that also you know. It is Leh and Kargil. So it is surrounded by two main ranges, two main mountain ranges. One is Karakoram, we find in the north, and the Great Himalaya in the south, and by two parallel chains. Two parallel chains are also there, the Ladakh range and the Jaskar range. So these two chains are also there. So this mountain range and mountain chains, I think you know, you have I think most probably in last class you have come to know about these mountain ranges. Ladakh is a land of high passes. That means from Ladakh, via Ladakh you can go to other countries also. So it is the high passes, you can say. And it is the resting point, that means for the travelers, those who want to go outside of India. So it is like a rest place where people can take rest, and after that they can proceed, they can go ahead. And it is the earliest route, that means the earlier people also they used to go by this route. They used to go to Central Asia, and they have brought many things. We have come to know from our history chapters. Then the stories based on the life of Buddha. So here we find Buddhist people are more. So the stories mainly based on the life of Buddha. So are the main theme of the traditional theatre. So if we see any theatre, any dance or any drama, it is related to Buddha only, and it is an essential part of Ladakhi heritage. That means generation by generation it is going on. Many villages have a Gompa or monastery. So Gompa or monastery, what is Gompa or monastery? It is a complex of temples. Here we find many temples together and prayer halls also. So Gompas are an important part of these people, the Ladakhi people. These Gompas serve as a places of worship. Here people go for worship, then for meditation also people go there, and it also serves as schools. That means many things are taught there. So these Gompas are the main feature, you can say. Some of the most famous fairs and festivals are celebrated around these Gompas. So around these Gompas, that means it is a complex where fair, that means Mela, fairs and festivals are also celebrated. Losar is celebrated as their new year. So we also celebrate New Year, but the name is different. So they have given the name it Losar. Then Shi Shrupla is celebrated to mark the bringing home of the harvest. That means when the first crop is grown, after cutting, harvesting, that means keeping in one place. So it is also another celebration or festival, you can say, Shi Shrupla. Then Hemish Cheshu is the biggest summer festival held in Ladakh. So in a big, or you can say the biggest festival of Ladakh is Hemish Cheshu. This festival symbolizes the victory of right over wrong. So why this festival is very biggest festival? Because they celebrate it because it is the festival celebrating the right over the wrong. That means wrong has no chance in their place. So that is why they celebrate it in a big way. Or you can say it is the festival good over evil. So evil, that means the good people always win over the evil, and that also we know, and they celebrate it in a grand way. Then many of the annual festivals of the Gompas take place in winter. So in winter we also celebrate many festivals. So they also celebrate in winter season many festivals. These take the form of dance drama. So dance drama, as it is mentioned earlier, that dance drama is there, and lamas dressed in colorful robes wearing masks perform here the sacred mask dance, wearing mask and dancing. So it is you can say sacred, that means pavitra, sacred. So mask dance is performed on these occasions by monks. So these are performed by the monks, that means sadhu, and they dressed in brocade robes and masks. So some dress is also there, and mask, wearing mask, they perform the dances. Long horns are blown accompanied by cymbals. The people come from near and far to see these events. So many people gathered here to celebrate or to see also. Many people come from outside. Then archery. Archery is an ancient sport of Ladakh. In Ladakh we find archery is the oldest or the ancient sport. In Leh and its surrounding villages, archery festival are held during summer. So in summer season they organize this archery. Then polo, a game played here. So here also they play polo, but it is different from the polo what we see in TV. So it is different. Traditionally, almost every major village had a polo ground. So it was their tradition to make a playground, polo playground. Ladakh has very limited source of water. So in Ladakh, water is not that much available like Kerala. So here it is very limited. Then items of daily use such as cooking pots and bowls as well as agricultural implements are supplied by local blacksmiths. So here local blacksmiths, those who make these agricultural tools, you can say. Then the daily usable things. So these are supplied by the local blacksmith. Since products are made from fresh milk are important and necessary, though as we know that milk is very important for our health, and fresh milk, it is very rare to find nowadays. So each family owns some goats. So each family, if you go, you will find that each family they have goats, cows, and yak cow. So yak also, it is their domestic animal, you can say, for milk. Then sheep are important in Ladakh because they produce pashmina wool. So from the sheep they also rear this sheep because their coldness is more. So that is why they need the wool, and pashmina wool is very famous in Ladakh. So they made this pashmina wool from sheep. This wool is sold to traders from Kashmir. So if you go to Kashmir, you can purchase, or sometimes it comes to our area also. Some people, they come to sell this product, to sell the product. Ladakh is home to some rare animals. So in Ladakh we find some rare animals, that means which are very less in India. So these animals also we find, and these are mountain goat. These are very rare. It is called ibex. Then the snow leopard, it is also very rare. Then bronze drone, that means wild yak, it is also very rare to find. And kyang, that means wild horse. Then nian, large horned sheep. So these sheep are also very rare. Then masked deer and the Tibetan antelope. So these are some rare animals which we find in Ladakh. So students, we have discussed these two case studies. So here we find that how the unity is there, then how the products they supply it to other states, other countries. So these case studies tell us many things about our culture, about our food habits. So many things we come to know. So here we have completed our chapter Unity and Diversity. So let us conclude here. Thank you. I think all of you have understood. If you watch the video again and again, then you will understand more better. So let us conclude here. Thank you.